Pretty frustrating given how much you dominated that game.
Yeah, since we came in, draws at home should feel like defeat, and it kind of feels like that. Felt that we did so much right in the game. I thought it was one-way traffic. I thought we completely grabbed the game. I thought our composure to play out, the composure to play through the lines. I thought McInnes and Polworth made some brilliant decisions. The front three really were really fluid, Bobby and Marley and Fraser. And really good attacking threats on the sides from Brad and Corey. So everything you wanted the game or envisaged the game and stuff that you'd worked on, stuff that you'd spoke about was there, but ultimately we've still got to try and find a way to score a goal. Obviously, as a team who get good numbers between the posts, Motherwell do defend it, they got loads of good blocks in, they defended crosses well, we've had a goal disallowed just when you think, right, the game will open up really now for us, and the goal's chopped off, we hit the bar. And we're only guilty of not making more of those opportunities, so it's hard to be critical, but as a coach and a management team, we've still got to look for that critique about making sure that was a winning performance. But listen, if Motherwell come here and are dominating the game, if we don't create chances, if we don't play well, then you're starting to ask the question. But there was so much encouragement from that performance. I thought McInnes was great. I think what we missed, Polworth on Sunday, you see why he's our best passer on a slippy surface. He deals with the control of the game, he gets others give him, he's the first pass for every day, and others take a bit of comfort for that. I thought with brilliant athleticism and great effort for the lads, so I'm not going to be too critical, I'm going to leave that to everybody else. I thought we were good enough to win a game of football in the Premier League tonight. Unfortunately we weren't. We clutch on the positive, a clean sheet, and we have been far better of late in terms of that. But there's no doubt that for us to be the team we want to be, we're going to have to score more goals, particularly in a game where you dominate that. Because you're not always going to dominate these types of games, and when chances come along, we're going to have to take them. And I thought we should have had a penalty tonight. I've seen it back. I thought the boy Balmer, his arms out in the first half, it's away from his body. I'm surprised the referee, I didn't think so at the time, I wasn't sure. It's too far away. But the images I've seen, I'm surprised that wasn't looked at. But and when you hit the bar and you get a goal disallowed, you start to think, is it going to be one of the nights? The players never gave it up and they kept going, and we tried to make changes due to the schedule. Fraser was tiring. Nobody can beat their best with the amount of games we're playing, and I think we've seen that inconsistency for us in terms of win, draw, loss, that type of format. And for us to get to where we want to get to, that type of performance, we should have got a point against Ross County. The performance was good enough to get a point, and we should have got a win, but we can't keep saying we should have and we could have. So disappointed. We've a few days now before we play our next game. The lads have got a couple of days off because the schedule's been pretty intense. But there's no doubting that the last couple of games feels like missed opportunities for us. We could have got into the top six with a win against Ross County. We potentially could have got into the top six with a win tonight, and we've not took those opportunities. And said to the lads, you will only get so many of those in a season, and it's important that when we get back to league business, we start to make those types of winning performances. And I'd rather play rotten and get a scrappy 1-0 tonight and get us on our way again. But nobody can say otherwise. We were good tonight, and and sometimes you've got to been around the game long enough. Sometimes games will like that, and if the lads keep giving what they're giving and keep doing a lot of what we did tonight, we'll be okay.
Did you get an explanation about the penalty?
I never spoke to him. I never seen it, to be fair, at the time, and it was only when I got my phone, I had about 10 messages, and by no for Kilmarnock fans, just people who were watching the game and saying, how's that not a penalty? And then I asked my analyst, and he showed me it, and I can see why people thought it was a penalty. So, but no, I didn't see it at the time, and obviously it's gone now, so it doesn't matter.
I know you're a couple of strikers short at the minute with Fass and McInnes injured, but so you kind of go away from the front two tonight. Were you pleased enough with that sort of change in the tactics in the sort of front line?
Yeah, we tried something similar really. Listen, when you watch Motherwell, they're so comfortable in their shape. They play a back three. They don't really shift too much. the wing backs sink deep and they give up space and they're happy to defend crosses. We just feel like we did at Fir Park. We wanted to disrupt our back three a wee bit more. So we kind of play with 2 10s with Bobby and Fraser. Either side of Mali leading the line, and I thought we mixed it up when to go in behind and when to come short of feet. And no, brilliant, in terms of that sense, but you're still looking for goals, particularly at 3. And all 3 had chances, all 3 had good moments to get in and get involved. And so, listen, Vass is a blow, Innes is a blow because he's actually been doing so well of late. So Marcel will be out for a couple of months with ligament tear. Innes is out with 2 months for a hamstring tear. Our most creative player, arguably McInnes, started the season like a train, and hopefully he'll be back in the next week or 2. We've got some positive news on him. He goes down for a further injection on his back Friday. It'd be frustrating that we've not had Matty back before now, and I wouldn't mind giving him the injection myself, to be honest. But he goes down on Friday, and he's far more positive with it. He's had a good discussion with the surgeon, and he's far more positive. He's going the right way, Matty. So hopefully when we come back to league business, certainly he might be touch and go for Celtic, but I think he'll be back in time for the Hearts game, which will be brilliant for us. And we'll still obviously get Stu Finlay, who's a bit further away. So the month of January allows us to maybe look at and dealing with certain injury situations. We'd probably looked at defensively was a priority going into the window, and obviously we're always looking at attacking options because it's incumbent, or always looking for people that can improve you at the top end of the pitch. It's became a wee bit more pressing just with injuries.